Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Conclave as Scotland. In our last episode, we started fighting our vassal, whatever his name is, Duke Marcus of the Isles and of Northumberland, which is exactly the problem we're trying to fix here. We're going to revoke one of these titles from him, because otherwise it would have caused problems when we go to give away the Kingdom of England title, which we may or may not do soon. I'm kind of inclined to maybe hold on to it for a while and use it for another couple of de jure wars against the remaining English dukes. I'm kind of thinking actually that Wessex might consider peaceful vassalization, considering how weak he is. I think I checked before, maybe off camera, and they weren't interested because of cultural reasons, but we'll give it a look after we're at peace here. Which we will be pretty soon. We're up to 95% as it stands. So just finishing one siege here should do it for us. Or maybe fighting this army. Well, this siege will do it by itself, so there's no point continuing with this siege. We may as well use this army to try to chase down his 700 or so troops, which I can't imagine is going to be worth 5% war score when we fight it, but we may as well try. Our non-aggression pact with the King of Sicily has been dissolved, okay. So I guess there was a death there. Well, that's fine. So we have to wait for this battle to be over, or else we're not going to get anything out of this. Come on now. Alright. 3.7%, actually closer than I would have thought, but still not quite. Maybe we'll get 1% from fighting this tiny army. The Grandmaster of the Knights has died. Okay. Which means we've lost our Marshal. Let's appoint somebody else here. Yeah. This guy seems fine. So we need to appoint a new commander now as well, since we just relieved one. Just did exactly the opposite of what I was trying to do there. Okay, Duke Ewan the Spider of Lothian will not be a commander. He knows what he did. King Walter is an advisor, so he could definitely be a commander as well, since being the advisor means he doesn't actually have to do anything. We won't be taking him away from any important duties. Yes, that was worth 1%, okay. Let's enforce our demands. So now he's in prison and we can revoke one of his titles without anybody caring, except for Duke Marcus himself, of course. So because he's going to be annoyed, I'm kind of thinking I should maybe... Well, let's see here. He's going to still have land in one of these duchies. Probably both. So he has... let's just take a look at the de jure duchies map mode here. So there's only 2 counties in the Isles. Okay, he has both. And he actually personally owns 2 counties in Northumberland as well. Alright, so he's going to have the counties. So that's going to be a slight problem as well. If he had 1 county in Northumberland, I would be inclined to just revoke it, even if it did cost tyranny, but since he has 2, that's annoying. And it's the same, obviously he has 2 in the Isles. Alright, I think I'm going to revoke the Isles. Council agrees. And let's see then. I guess we have to wait for a... No, we don't have to wait for a response. We have the duchy title. Okay. So I'm going to see what it's going to cost me to revoke these 2 counties from him as well. Minus 15 to every vassal. The thing is, I don't want him to be my direct vassal, so I want to bury him under the King of England. So if he has the counties up here, that's not good. So it's going to be minus 30 with all of my vassals to revoke these 2 counties. Maybe this is worth it. Yeah, let's just do it. We'll see. Could be a terrible mistake, but... oh, we can't actually do this? Special reason if we have a truce. Well, okay then. And this is just annoying. We can't grant it to this guy either, because then we'll get a theocracy. Well, we'll just hold on to it for the moment, I suppose. I wasn't planning to give out the Kingdom of England immediately anyway. Probably. So let's see if there's any chance he'd accept a peaceful vassalization. Oh, he must be at peace. He's attacking King Lars the Bold. Okay. Well, fair enough then. Speaking of King Lars the Bold, we need to check on our possible wars there. Lithuania, we do have the weak claim on Poland, okay. So we'll try pressing this. Their capital is up here. So this is only pressable because he's in hiding right now. So I don't know whether he can... oh, the council's not even in favor, but I don't know whether he can just invalidate this war immediately by coming out of hiding. But we'll try to find out. Alright, so why do you guys not want to do this? The enemy's too weak. You're just a malcontent. Roderick. Come on now. You're returning a favor to Duchess Albarada. You're the glory hound, okay. Pragmatists don't want to do this for some reason. They have no particular opinion. You don't think it's for the good of the realm if we are in charge of the Kingdom of Poland? Come on. And the Zealot doesn't actually care either. So maybe we'll have to buy a couple of favors here. If we get Duchess Albarada on our side, but I don't think we'll be able to. Conflicting interests. Well, let's try... It's funny, they're in favor of declaring war generally, but not this specific war. I mean, maybe we just spend a whole bunch of money on it. We're not short of money. Alright. I've convinced myself. So, let's see. We have bribed you. That one's actually fairly cheap. Let's see. 2... is going to be equal, so I think that counts. Let's let those go through and we'll see what happens. I can never remember when a tied vote goes in our favor and when it doesn't. Okay, so we need to call in council support from you. Call in council support from you. Does this happen automatically or instantly? I think it does. Okay, so the council agrees. So we're going to be fighting the Duchy of Satakunta, who is actually up here, I remember, because I just looked at somebody who was pressing a claim in the last episode. Okay, let's do this and see what happens. We'll see if we end up not being at war immediately or anything. Nope. Alright, so this seems to be going through, and just to remind myself as well as everyone else, this is a member of our dynasty who has the claim, which means that it doesn't matter that he's not landed, he should stay our vassal when we win this war. Which is great. Now, he might have a hard time staying as the King of Poland himself, but we should still get to keep Poland as a vassal even if he gets ousted from power, I believe. Let's actually see what kind of army we're going to be facing here before we decide which troops to raise. 6,000. We have twice that much in our personal domain, almost. Okay. We'll get 14,000. That should be plenty, I think. Gonna need more boats. This seems like plenty. Duke Dermot of Aswan has been told how great I am. Okay, let's just head over here. Oh. Right, we can just disband this army, I think. That's not going to be necessary. Right, I guess we'll just head straight for his capital, start sieging over there. He doesn't have much in the way of coastal land, so he could have a problem transporting troops over to my land by boat. Which is all to the good. Right, I think we'll just dump 14,000 troops right on his doorstep. And I guess we'll just siege for the moment. Actually, we can assault this. He is out leading troops somewhere else, so we are not going to capture him in battle. That's okay. So we got 4%. Okay, there's his army. That's 5,000 right here. We have sieged his whole capital county. I guess we'll just pursue his troops by land. What are the supply limits like around here? Good enough. Good enough. Okay, we'll have Roderick lead the center. 100% because he's the best person for the job, and not because I want him to die in battle, because he's annoying. Is he still in a faction? Actually, no, but I bet he's just itching for an excuse to join another one. Arranged betrothal from the Kaiser. He wants Jacob von Weimar, who is his grandson, to marry my daughter. This seems okay. Yeah, I'll accept. And our daughter, speaking of, is affectionate, fussy, and willful, and needs to have a focus for her life. So what did I say here? I forgot already. Affectionate, willful, fussy. So definitely not diplomatic. Intrigue is not good either. I guess we're going with martial. Okay. I've lost sight of his army. I assume they're sort of headed down here to their other territory. I probably should have moved my troops over by boat. Now that I think about it. Oh well. We'll find him at some point. Dangerous factions, right. Independence faction, this is Duke Dermot of Aswan, which is the person who our Chancellor is currently working on. Duchess of Alexandria, Benevento, the Grandmaster of the Knights. Okay. Well, I guess we can just bribe these people. $400 gold for 17 opinion does not seem worth it, but let's just go ahead. Actually, we should definitely ask him to not be a heretic anymore. Let's try to remember that. So we have to be at peace before we can do that. King Glenn of Wales, congratulations, you're a commander. And I see the Polish army here. So we'll prevent them going there and attack them. Hopefully. Yes, we will. Would be very nice if we captured the king in battle. We did not. So I guess he's probably heading up here. We'll just go up there and siege some more land. It started as an uneasiness around guests and strangers, then evolved into awkwardness, he said awkwardly, and a strong feeling of discomfort. I don't want to meet any new people, we can become shy, or instead, gregarious, which would be much better. So yes, let's take the chance we didn't become gregarious. Fair enough. So we're going to be crossing a major river here. I'm sure we'd be okay. But let's delay by a few days. I know that I am great and deserve respect. I've gained the proud trait. Yeah, we're already proud. Okay. I've been corresponding regularly with my sister Sholto and always make sure to see her whenever I get the chance. It's a harsh world, and family must stick together. Yes, indeed. Alright, he's going to try to siege back his capital. So I guess we're going to end up probably crossing a strait to attack him anyway, so we probably should have just taken the major river crossing when we had the chance, since he was at lower morale. But so be it. Kinsman Constantine needs an education focus. He's brooding, timid, and affectionate. We'll just go with stewardship for him, I suppose. Okay, we won our battle, and you're headed down this way. I guess we'll just head over here and continue sieging things. If we could assault this, that would be nice, but we can't. Young Gruch is more and more becoming known for her great bravery. I should teach her to be more proud instead, or she can never be like me anyway. She loses willful and becomes brave. That seems good. Let's see, would there be any chance of us assaulting this? 6 and 7 is 13. Just about. I think we'll go do it. I'm actually a little... we just lost troops to attrition, which makes me feel like this is not a good idea. Let us leave this place. Been making an effort to spend more time with my sister Shona lately. Good, good. So really we just wandered into the adjacent county, lost a couple of thousand troops, and then went back, which is not an optimal use of time and resources. But I guess that's okay. And also our steward has annoyed the peasants, which is bad. Okay, courtier died. Okay, so he's back in his capital. I do want to continue the siege, but I also want to go and attack him, so we'll just send half the army here, which is almost certainly enough to win this easily. I say almost. It's 100%. Okay, so we may as well leave this army here so he doesn't try to come back and siege this again. Alright, a county's converted. So our siege here is going to be finishing pretty soon. I don't suppose we can assault the lower holding. Yeah, maybe just about. Kind of inclined to just transport some extra troops over from somewhere, so we can assault a couple of things and speed this up. 4,000. Seems pretty good. King Lars of Sweden has lost his war and is now a tributary to whoever this was. Denmark, okay. Sucks to be you. Look, you've got Denmark's name all over you on the map. How embarrassing. Oh, we have a new King of Ireland. Alright. So he's independent of Galicia now. Has land down in Galicia, which I don't like, but it's probably not really worth the trouble of fixing. I have my eyes on a title, but my spymaster Murray Wallace has advised me to forget about the title, saying I would invoke too much wrath if I tried to claim it. My wife, Constantia, however, is doing everything but telling me outright that I should pursue the title. So we can say that our wife is right. Probably become ambitious, which would be great. Or we could be scared of invoking people's wrath. No, we'll go for the title, whichever title it is. And we are ambitious, which is excellent. Okay, let's have you land in this county. Instead, you can come here as well, and we should definitely have enough to comfortably assault this now. And hopefully continue assaulting enough things to win the war, basically immediately. My beloved wife Constantia is constantly bored and keeps talking about the new fashion she's heard about. Now she wants me to introduce it at court, so we can become charitable. Or be annoying. We'll become charitable, that's fine, the extra diplomacy is good. Okay, we're actually over the supply limit here, so let's get assaulting quickly. There's an Andalusian liberation revolt against the Aztecs, which is good. %98%. Okay, we're going to take attrition down here, but that's okay. We'll just assault something quickly. Oh, it's not okay. It's terrible. Get out. Why is the supply limit so low here? Constantly underestimating it. Severe winter. Okay. Instead what we'll do is fight this 900 strong army and hopefully get our 2% war score that way. And we got it. That was worth 13% war score. Seems implausible, but I won't complain. Alright, we'll offer peace. Our nephew Luluk will become the new king of Poland. I assume. And he'll be our vassal. Alright, so that was pretty successful. Let's see how that affected our threat. Whoa, okay, straight up to 50%. That is a lot. We'll see how this affects things. I assume we're going to get a large defensive pact forming immediately. But we'll deal with that somehow. They can't declare an offensive war anyway. They can only defend if we attack one of them. So, worst case scenario, we can just avoid attacking anybody in the defensive pact for a while. What am I doing here? We can just disband these troops where they are. Much better. Alright, well, that will do it for this episode, I think. Actually, I'll just unpause for a minute here to see the full extent of the defensive pacts. Prisoner's complaining, we'll let him rot. Oh, we even have Muslim characters joining. And the Aztecs joined? That's bad. Let's see here, we'll check out the defensive pact map mode. Yeah, this is a pretty big defensive pact, alright. Okay then. On that note, that is going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.